This podcast was recorded on Ghana land. I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of Ghana country and country throughout Australia. I recognise and respect their cultural heritage, beliefs and relationship with the land, and pay my respects to elders past, present and upcoming. Thank you to the EA Creator Network for providing me with game codes, enabling me to conduct research and produce this podcast.
So. Ew.
Come on, Nana.
Woohoo! Mashuno!
Hello, Sul. Welcome to Live Mode, a Sims podcast. It's Alex here, Woohoo Tattoo. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're having a lovely day. Despite all the horrors, we remain whimsy, right? And if not, we take our pool ladder out of our Sims pool and drown the bastards. We've got a little bit of a news podcast this time. I've had a little bit of a break because, well, for my own mental health's sake, I needed to step away from the microphone. Mainly because I didn't want to say some things to get myself in trouble, if you know what I mean. But also, I've been having a little bit of just life stuff, you know how life stuff just gets in the way? Yeah, anyway. This is very minimal scripted, so you're just going to have a little bit of Alex talking at you for a bit. Sorry about that. Grab a cuppa, grab a Tim Tam, maybe start up The Sims, and let's get into The Sims Live Mode Podcast, Plumbob Press Edition, November 2025. Starting the Plumbob Press in the Sims news headlines this month. It's been a while since I have brought you any sort of news. I'll start with the official stuff, okay? The big one on everybody's list, hopefully, would be the update that happened on, I think it was like November 5th here in Australia. We got 150 community voted fixes. I'm going to give a real quick spiel of the things that were updated because I don't want this episode to be like 2 hours long of just me yapping because that's not what we're here for, okay? I want to have some exciting things going on too. But in this update that happened on our 5th of November, we got 150 fixes that came from the forums, the bug fixes. These were prioritized by upvote, so if you're still experiencing things, I've told you how to do it before. Jump into the forums, search the bug that you're experiencing, and upvote that me too. We also do have some new content, some free content that was included in this game, which was actually announced in a leaked roadmap to be coming out now too. So this was before the news about the Saudi buyout. So we are getting some West African inspired content, which I'll go through in a little bit. We also have got a dress. It's a ballet styled dress. It's created by a Discord community member to celebrate 100,000 members in their Discord community. A challenge gave one lucky Simmer a chance to work with the team designing a concept for an item to be added into The Sims 4, and that was Sarah H. This dress was inspired by their childhood in Beaverbrook, Canada, their younger self doing ballet for a short period of time, and childhood love for dolls. It's a sweet tribute to the graceful, playful memories and creativity that shaped me growing up. It's very cute. You can check that out in your game now. Let's have a quick look at these fixes. And yeah, like I said, there's buckets. There's buckets. Now I've got, I said in, I think it was like a Blue Sky post. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just have a very dramatic reading of all of the 150 fixes in my next podcast. But I'm not going to put you through that. But I have highlighted some of the things that I've seen have been the most imperative and things that may have affected you. There may be things that are fixed on here that I'm not going to mention. So if you want all of the deets, you know where to go. Description below. I'm going to put all the links. So the base game. Children should now more clearly inherit some features from their parents. There still may be some variation. A child's nose may be slightly wider, for example, blah, 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 blah. Relationship decay after having a baby was too fast and was destroying relationships. It has been slowed. Sims won't use their phone when in water or jogging. Fixed an issue where infants were being placed near a crib or a playmat instead of remaining in it if the player travels. resolved an exception that triggered while putting the baby in the crib, leading to an infant resetting and laying on the floor. Sims will stop wearing hats while in nude outfits. Baby, you can leave your hat on. Firefighters can fit into unroutable errors to better fight fires. And thank God for that, because the firefighters in The Sims 4 suck. Moodlets related to fear will not be triggered after the fear of dark trait is removed. Trash will be present in the world and on community lots, and trash cans can now be properly rummaged. Thank you. All my freegan Sims are very happy now. So these are some things that were affecting some multiple packs. They've added a new glass wall pattern style for the Greenhouse Haven kit and the Life and Death glass roofs. So because they added the new glass wall pattern, Greenhouse Haven didn't have this, so they've updated that if you own that kit, which is awesome. I've actually checked that out. They've also reduced the size of the footprints of some radios, just obviously so they can fit better on tables. Nannies, gardeners, ranch hands will no longer return immediately after dismissing or firing them. I had an issue with this where I had about 20 ranch hands rock up on my farm. Get to work. Sims will now buy things which are set for sale on display shelves from retail stores. The Get Together pack has the dance interaction is now present again on DJ booths when a DJ is playing. Cats and dogs. Vet clinic will no longer get stuck on a 3-star rating. Decrease the time duration of taking dogs on long and medium walks. Sim and dog will now autonomously exit the go to walk iteration before reaching a needs failure. Seasons. Admiring ghosts and occult Sims will count for a holiday's spooky spirit. Remove the in-season tests from the research and evolve interaction so it's possible to interact with the plants that are out of season. My headphones were being annoying. Sorry, fixed it. Father Winter now gives toddlers gifts, even if they're not officially met. There were some other ones affecting other packs, but nothing that was like super duper important. Maybe the Get Famous actor career now properly displays as an active career. Eco Lifestyle had a few. One important one, vendors will now be consistently available at stalls or selling tables near the marketplace in Evergreen Harbour. Vendors were not appearing. I found that is still a constant in other neighbourhoods though. Snowy Escape. Sim no longer gets a bored moodlet from an outdoorsy lifestyle for being inside when they're actually outside. Cottage living. Egg will no longer spoil while incubating it to hatch. High school years had a bunch. These are some that I thought were quite important. High school official will always be present to give out the diplomas to graduating students, and the science fair judge will show up when expected and stays for the duration of the science fair event. Now, I haven't really played much high school years because it is buggy, but considering they're in there now, maybe I'll give it a go. Also, there's a new figurine that appears in build mode. It's the Copperdale Llama sports mascot figure, so you can check that out. Growing Together had a few as well. These are quite important. Sims will no longer stand idle when a child asks for help with riding bike indoors. Sims will no longer receive random milestone moodlets without achieving the milestone. And that is so important because I was playing Kyle Carson the other day and he wouldn't shut up about a milestone. And I'm like, you never did that. Shut up. Child Sim will not be forced to sit on the edge of the pool when pull out loose tooth or wiggle loose tooth interaction is performed. Child Sim's confidence is no longer stuck on neutral and will change as expected. Winning the marble game will now add new marbles to the Sims inventory, and I don't think that's ever worked, so that's very cool. And temporary stay guests will now sleep even in sleeping bags. Horse Ranch. Sims will not receive fizzy moodlets from drinking crafted nectar drinks. For rent, now there's probably about 12 or 14 here. Rent in bills section will no longer show 0 and tenants will now be able to pay rent. Hooray. Changing a penthouse type to residential rental will not result in a white screen assets or an infinite loading screen. So that's so important. I think that was like one of the most important things that they needed to fix.
Yibs.
There's heaps a bunch of these other ones as well. Tenants on residents can now send items on Plopsy Trendy. Aspiration goal, handle a maintenance event now resolves. Resolved issues where property owners would fail to inspect or repair broken objects. Lovestruck. Neighborhood stories, romance actions will be prevented from happening in between incompatible Sims. Previously, it was not taking a Sim's romantic preference into account. This now verifies that Sims are romantically invested in each other's genders before considering the action to be successful. So I think that's really important. Life and death, there was a bunch here too. Random NPCs will no longer replace Edith. You know. Fixed cases where funeral guests would wear random outfits to the funeral when there was no outfit selected. So Sims should wear more appropriate outfits to funerals now. Death by pufferfish, death by overheating, and death by freezing are now available for child sims in Creator Sim. Woohoo with Grim will no longer get cancelled. Thank you. This was happening because of an incompatibility with the scythe or something. All grave and urn options should now appear under display as. So that's awesome too. Enchanted by Nature. When the limit fairy sit in a screen option is enabled, fairy sims should not autonomously appear in the fairy form outside. Most fairy eye colors are now available for infant, toddler, or child sims. So 10 of the 18 fairy eyes are now allowed. Connect to power grid interaction is now available on the lightning route once it's bloomed. And we're almost there. Adventure awaits. Obviously, there was a bunch because this is quite a new one. They added that curtain rod for the modular curtains in the pack. And I was like, why? But you know what? It does actually make a difference. So I'm happy about that. Firewatch tower structure pillars in the Wonderwood Wilds now does not disappear when you zoom out using the Sims 3 camera. Child Sims legs will no longer show that wrinkled texture. Getaway Sims will keep performing activities while doing the ultra speed. Fixed an issue where Sims were teleporting and exiting the pool after performing the woohoo in water. Camera shake will time properly with the geyser blow. Drowning, meteorite, lightning, cow plant, or freezing deaths will now occur during getaways, which is going to make my next extreme violence mod video very interesting. All right, there's some game pack stuff as well. Outdoor retreat, Sims prepare herbal potions and places it in inventory without doing a T-pose. Dine out, Sims can now check off restaurant-related goals on a date. Realm of Magic, Sims can now purchase or win all wand recolors. There's also wedding stories, fix cases where wedding guests would wear the rounded outfits. So same as the funeral thing. Werewolves will not use their phones while rampaging. Excellent. Werewolves can also no longer break upgraded objects, which no longer causes Sims to continuously try to repair them. Stuff packs, kids' room, monster will no longer be spotted under the bed when you spray it. Vintage glamour, the butler will stay on the lot and remains in their work outfit when you travel with your sim to another lot. Nifty knitting, fix the Creator Sim unlock display to remove the locked thumbnails in knit clothing, even though the items were unlocked. And Home Chef hustle, Sims with the glutton trait will no longer autonomously eat prepared ingredients when other foods are available. And thank God, except I'm still having an issue where they keep eating the milk bread from cottage living. Yeah, anyway. That is some fixes. I'm tired. That was 12 minutes. Oh my God. Okay, let's have a look at some more official Sims news. The West African freebies. I was actually so excited for this because I have like a special love for Africa. I've always wanted to travel to Africa, and The Lion King was like one of my favorite Disney movies growing up. So I always wanted to be a lion. There's some really cool stuff in this update, and this has been asked for a long time. We want an African pack. We want an African world, and yes, we want a little bit of diversity in there as well. But culture. I love it. It's so cool. So this is what the official Sims website says. It says, we are always exploring new ways to help our players tell stories in-game that reflect their own personal lives in partnership with the Pan-African Gaming Group, the PAGG, and a group of Simmers with direct connections to West African cultures and lived experiences across the Black diaspora in the UK and North America. We've ensured every item honours the cultural traditions that inspired the release. Give your builds a pop of something special. This collection of built by decor combines neutral tones with geometric patterns inspired by the artisans of West Africa, including. So there's the Akuta lamp with a woven shade. Akuta, a word with Nigerian roots meaning rock or stone, describes this lamp. Neutral tones, patterns inspired by fabric of artisans in West Africa, ambience and style, blah, blah, blah. The Itura cushion, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. It means comfort in Yoruba, which perfectly captures this cushion's purpose. Well, that's a bit cute. Comes in a range of colours, so it's just another cushion. I still don't know how to use these cushions, so if you builders can let me know, that would be amazing. But new paintings called the Visions of Home Decorative Art. Some really cute scenes inspired by West Africa. The Wallo woven basket, and this is gorgeous. So yes, it's a Wolof basket, meaning to help out, traditionally crafted by the Wolof people in Senegal. These baskets are known for their blends of colours and intricate patterns. There's also a rug called the Hiwe area rug, and this has got some really nice, warm, pretty tones, colours, designs, amazing stuff. It is so cool. meaning to support or to ground in Igbo. It is crafted using time-honoured techniques, adding character and comfort to any room. There's also a new plant as well, the West African aloe. Aloe? Oh, it'll never get old. This beloved West African succulent features sharp triangular teeth along its leaves while its fiery blooms stand tall. Oh, there's also the trio of flavor, which is like a bowl sort of thing, and it's got like little spices in there, which I thought was cool. And every ingredient found in the bowl actually plays a role in the West African cuisine. So there's the bambara bean, the Guinea cubeb, which is like a fruity sort of spicy heat, and then there's some pods containing these grains that deliver like a bold warmth with hints of ginger and cardamom. So you'll find those ones in the build buy mode. There's also some Creator Sim stuff, and I'm pretty sure everybody gets it. There's a t-shirt, except for the women get like a jumpsuit sort of thing. And it's, awesome, like Technicolor patterns, colors, geometrical designs, and planes as well. There's also a head wrap for the girlies and some awesome, like, sort of look like clay oversized earrings. Really cool. The guys get these wicked sort of like dreadlocks that are like box braids that have got like a side shave as well. And there's an ombre version. And then the kids, toddlers, and even the infants get a shirt too, which is awesome. There's also a new dish. You can now cook jollof rice with a side of chicken drumsticks. And this is a 1-pot meal of long grain rice, vegetables, and spices. You can usually cook it with like plantains and chicken, and it looks so good. I actually do love me a jollof rice, so it was wicked to see this in the game. If you want to have a look at this stuff in more detail, I do have a video up on my YouTube. You can go and check that out. I'll put the link in the description below. While we are talking about this, let's go into the Woohoo review, where I'm going to talk that there were some new creator kits. This part is sponsored by EA, because they did give me codes for this. If you would like to grab these kits, please use the creator codes BRAZENLOTUS or TUDTUDS. I will be putting those details in the description below, because these are creator kits created by custom content creators from our community. BRAZENLOTUS's Garden to Table and TUDTUDS Modern Retreat. These are both build mode, buy mode stuff. Bring a modern version of nature's spirit into your Sims living room with the Sims 4 Modern Retreat, blending handcrafted items, cozy seating, and sleek furniture. In a variety of natural materials, this kit celebrates the touch that transforms nature's raw beauty into timeless modern pieces, where simplicity meets sophistication in every detail. There's some neutral tones in here, as well as like a khaki green, as well as like a navy blue, but then you're getting your whites, your blacks, your browns, that kind of thing. It kind of looks like IKEA. I think I'll be using a lot of the basic stuff in my games because it does sort of fit. It's not over modern. There's some really modern pieces like the lamp. There's a lamp that's just really like an interesting design. I don't know if I'd ever use it, but it's pretty cool, I have to say. There's also a really funky table that's kind of like a squashed leopard or a squashed zebra. And then there's, well, I think Gons calls it a dead rat. I wasn't sure if it was a rat or a panther. I don't know. It's black and it has crosses for eyes and it is feral and I love it. There's also a stingray thing, which I really love, and a monstera plant. So if this is your vibe, go and check it out. TUDTUDS is a Latin American creator. They've been playing this franchise for 25 years, and it brings a little touch of Brazilian interior design that they've been exploring as their creation inspiration, I guess. So go and check out their content on Instagram. I'll put that link below. Also, there's the Garden to Table by BRAZENLOTUS. I really love this kit, and like, you know, I'm not getting paid to say that. I actually was on the BRAZENLOTUS website, and I know that for a fact that I've been on there before, but holy crap, the harvestables that they make, absolutely love that. And it's so up my alley about like sustainability and, you know, like living off the land. It is so cool. So cool. So the kit Garden to Table, transform your outdoor dining area into a rustic retreat where homegrown harvests are the cornerstone of mealtime. The Sims 4 Garden to Table kit. Blend rustic charm and modern style with versatile furniture crafted from natural wood and smooth stacked fieldstone. Natural materials provide organic warmth, while metal and ceramic pieces add modern flair. Keep it neutral for a rustic feel or add pops of colour for a modern twist. Tie it all together and bring your outdoor space to life with veggie-inspired decor and lush potted plants. And I tell you what, this is where I'm at, babe. Like, it has got a little outdoor sort of like oven area and grill. It's so cute. I did find that some of the swatches didn't match, and I was really pissed off about that. Again, you'll see that in my video. But I can't get over how much I absolutely love the little veggie, like the vegetable decorations. There's like a little sweet potato that's in a glass and is growing. It's so cute. There's like a pot that's a cauliflower. It's freaking adorable. Like, I need that. It's so, so sweet. There's some cute rugs and stuff, but honestly, I wouldn't really use them. But yeah, go and check out these kits. Use their creator codes to help them and give EA less money. And we're going to scooch back over to the Plumbob press, and now we're talking about some unofficial and some rumors. Maybe this is on a drama llama. Just take this with a grain of salt. Most of this stuff has just come from Sims community, so I don't know what's rage bait and I don't know what's fake news, but I think it's definitely worth having a chat about. So the AI problem that's currently happening in the EA offices is causing a little bit of chaos because apparently, I mean, we knew this was coming because the Sims actually mentioned that they're going to add some AI resources into the game. While AI sucks, especially LLMs can be dangerous, I feel like there's kind of no escaping it now, which is horrible. We just obviously need to have our wits about it and be knowledgeable and educated on the situation and yeah, be aware. Apparently, there was some notice saying that some Electronic Arts staffers who spoke with Business Insider under the condition of anonymity say that the AI tools they're encouraged to use, including the company's in-house chatbot, Reef GPT, produce flawed code and other so-called hallucinations that they need to correct. Others say that creative staff are expected to train these AI programs on their own work that fear that their technology will ultimately slash the demand for talent, such as character artists and level designers. This is a bit worrying for the staff at EA, mainly the staff at the Sims team, hoping that, they're not going to get rid of these amazing artists because these are the people who we need to keep close. Art is a form of activision. So we need to make sure that, they're being protected at all costs. However, I was doing a little bit of research on Will Wright because I kind of wanted to, do a little bit of a deep dive in a Sim Nation university. But I kind of stopped because Will Wright's currently developing a new game called Proxy AI. I'm just going to leave the link below because I don't really want to talk about it here. If you're interested in me going into a deep dive about Will Wright, please let me know. But have a look at his new game and let me know what you think. Let's continue. Maxis accidentally leaks upcoming Sim search feature coming to the Sims 4 gallery. So this was nice and fun. We know that there's going to be a Sim search thing. And honestly, this is the kind of AI that I need. As long as it's working and doesn't learn from me, I don't care. Because we need to better off the search engine in the game. Have you ever tried finding anything, especially in debug mode? The other day I was trying to find something in debug and I could not. I know that they're trying to not make it easy to find in debug, but okay, let's just pretend, okay? It was first revealed during an EA Investor Day in September 24 that the gallery is going to be supercharged with new AI features to give players more precision when searching for content. So one of these features is a supercharged discovery tool that helps players discover content using text and image tools. That feature is called Sim Search, and it seems to be that first step of releasing a new Sims hub with AI tools. Now, they accidentally leaked this in the patch notes. So somebody, wonderful human, translated this from the official Sims 4 German patch notes, and this is what they had to say. We're improving your reach in the gallery with a range of new Sim search options. Sim search includes new search options, a cross-language search, beta, and a text-to-image search, beta, in addition to the existing search options using object names, EA IDs, and hashtags. This will help you discover new content from creators that you might have missed otherwise. Cross-language search, ideal for international simmers. In addition to searching by specific object names, hashtags, descriptions, you can now search in your own language and still get the same search results. Text-to-image search. This should initially be used with single keywords. This search will scan the gallery for matching images based on your search item. This efficient search will open up new areas of the gallery that you may have missed before. I think they showcased this, and it was basically like, if you want a red barn, you can upload a picture of a red barn and it will show you other red barns. And I like the cross-language search, and I agree this could definitely be awesome. Kind of think of it like a Google image reverse search or whatever. Don't know when it's coming though, because they took it away. Yeah, interesting. Let's talk about some Project Renee, because it's all happened in the last like 5 days, I swear to bloody God. The new Sims Project Renee playtest is out and apparently blatantly rips off this Roblox thing. Now, I don't play Roblox because I'm not a 7-year-old girl or boy. In fact, I'm neither of those. I'm a meat popsicle. If you get that reference, I'll high five you. Today, a new Sims Project Renee playtest surfaced online with the title Sims Labs Life Together. Let's have a read. The Sims Life Together is a multiplayer life sim of your dreams. Be who you want to be. Create your sim and jump into their world. Compete in fashion challenges. Play party games with friends. Explore the city. Unlock careers and apartments. Dive in. Show off your work. Show off your style. Make friends and help your sim grow. I don't know about you, but that just sounds blah to me. Like, I'm so bored. Play together, jump into multiplayer party games, meet up with your friends to explore city life, walk the runway, fashion, passion, or undercover secrets in Secret Sim. Drop into multiplayer challenges anytime, team up with friends. Create together, style your sim, compete in fashion shows. Like, it just feels like Habbo Hotel to me. Become a stylist, get creative. No, this is not what I want to do. Discover together, explore a vibrant city full of things to do, places to visit, and people to meet. Complete daily quests, jump into multiplayer challenges, and connect with friends. Every day brings new opportunity. I feel like they've just said the same thing over and over again. Express yourself your way. New day, new mood. Swap your look. Want cottage decor today? Neon tomorrow. Sims Labs. Literally, they've just said the same 3 things over. And I kind of feel like that is AI. Disgusting. This also makes me kind of think, well, this is why they stopped the Sims Mobile. Right? But anyway, this thing called Dress to Impress from Roblox, it literally just screams this. And yeah, I don't want this. This is gross. I'm not playing it. Unsubscribe. And the biggest thing that's happened this week is that there's a massive rumor. So rumor alert. EA is working on a Sims 4 remastered. Now, there was a survey that went around, apparently. It was also under a NDA, so people who actually did it weren't allowed to talk about it. But there were some screenshots on the Sims community link down below, so go and check that out if you want to read some more about it. But I'm going to, again, tongue-in-cheek, give you a very basic overview of what's going on so that you can understand it without having to read 1,000 articles. Now, this has been circling for weeks. There's been playtests with this Project Renee, and Joven from Sims Community went a little bit deeper. He did a bit of researching and actually reached out to some people to see what's going on. Apparently, the Simmerdan on Twitter said this. I can tell you that Maxis is working on a separate base game that will replace The Sims 4. It's not The Sims 5, but it's something like The Sims 4 HD. From what I know, they're going to improve the lighting, rework all the graphics. They're using elements from Project Renee and the large-scale update for The Sims 4 that they originally wanted to release, but then realized it would be easier just to make a separate base game. So in the beginning of September 2025, it was mentioned that The Sims Adventure Awaits expansion will land as like a curtain call, as in like the end. And everyone was saying, is this going to be the last expansion pack? It's the biggest expansion pack. Is it the last one we'll see for a while? There hasn't been any more leaks or updates or roadmaps. User Simatically pointed out that there won't be another big release for a while, hinting at the Sims team will take time to fix the game. And if the rumors about The Sims 4 remastered are true, there's going to be more than just fixing the game. So considering there's not going to be a Sims 5, it makes sense to put all that energy into improving the core engine of The Sims 4. And there's been mentions of things like open world and, all this kind of stuff that's coming to it. People are scared that they're going to have to buy all their DLC all over again. I had to put this tweet in here as well that Fernando posted. Rumor, EA is working on The Sims 4 Remastered when your game is so broken that you just remaster it to make more money. So take this with a pinch of salt until things are confirmed, and I'll try and get it updated as soon as I hear it. Let's have another spicy chat about the Saudi buyout. Because again, there's so much drama. There's been a lot of fear around the whole Saudi buyout, considering the ethics and morals and, I guess, absolute right-wing stance of the Saudi Arabian government. Basically, the fact that the LGBT community is not going to be represented, that's the fear. Some headlines. I've got a really cool article here from Gaming Mag. I've lost my safe space. The Sims players are boycotting the game over potential conservative acquisition. In the wake of the Trump announcements, Queer Simmers expressed concern over the investors' links in the Trump administration and Saudi Arabia, a country which has previously banned a Sims app and which Equaldex rated one of the worst in the world for LGBTQIA+ rights, with gamers quickly speculating about what the buyout could mean for the game's queer content. Honestly, I felt sick, said Zoe Taylor, of the announcement. It was like finding out my home, my safe space, the only one place where I can be consequence-free for being me, for exploring interesting storylines, or hell, where I don't have to think about being queer and how others will react, just bought out by the worst kind of people. I would anticipate that there would be no anti-LGBTQIA+ changes in this franchise, especially considering such a large population of the fan base are queer, and the efforts it would take to alter the game's code. However, I can't say I'm holding my breath. I'm going to start with this and lead into some of the Sims 4 biggest content creators have stepped down from the EA Creator Network in the wake of the Saudi-backed buyout. Now, this has actually been in so many news articles. I'm talking, it's been in IGN, it's been in Polygon, it's been in The Verge, GameSpot. I even saw it on the Batuta Advocate, okay, saying that Sims are no longer allowed to woohoo before marriage. Obviously, Batuta is just a parody website, but it's been big. Like, for the fact that, these Sims creators are now currently on the front of IGN, like, that is massive. I'm so proud of them. First of all, I just want to say that I support the decision of anybody who wants to leave the Creator Network. Power to you guys. And the fact that these guys got together and like did it all at once is just like, I'm getting goosebumps saying that, because oh my God, it is so uplifting. It is so empowering. It is just Activision and anarchy and just fuck the system. Fuck yes. Power to you guys. I love it so much. And you know for a fact that I don't stand for anything that these companies go by. So let's just leave it at that. But let's go into this. One of my favorite creators has stepped out of the network, and I'm so sad. I'm so sad because Plumbella, I love you. Oh, she probably doesn't even know I exist, but I don't care. I'll spam her every day. This is what Plumbella said. Due to the recent sale, I have asked to leave the EA Creator Network, and I will not buy or make content around any future release. I think taking this stand is the right choice for me personally, but I'm not going to judge anybody on their decision. I'm in a privileged position to be able to say I'm leaving so easily. And again, everybody is in a different situation. We are not here to judge. I am not here to judge. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe they did that. Oh my God, I can't believe they're doing this. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm not going to see my Sims content anymore. And I think that's why I've been in a little bit of a lull, because I'm sort of sitting here like looking at crickets going, my game is dying. And this year has been such a big year for me with The Sims. Like, if you don't know, I'm not going to get personal, but like I suffer from mental illness, and this year has been a really big growth year for me, and I'm starting to feel myself, and I have The Sims to thank about that. Well, not The Sims, but like my content motivation to think about that. And it's just, now I'm sad because my game is a little bit tarnished, because my safe space, again, is a dark place, and I don't feel comfortable playing it. And then when I don't feel comfortable playing it, I can't even go watch videos about it. It's fucking shit. Anyway, some creators aren't leaving the program but have decided to abstain from the benefits. They're not promoting any EA content for the foreseeable future. They won't be reviewing any packs or having early access. They won't be hosting any giveaways. This is said by a Twitch streamer who has left the program, who has remained anonymous. The Sims has always been a kind of my happy place. She said when news of the buyout hit, she said that she was concerned and was pleased to see the bigger creators make the decision to leave. These are the biggest names in the Sims community, and these are the people that have the biggest leverage when it comes to the actual game. But she's not personally ready to take that kind of stand, choosing to stay with the creator program and adopt a wait-and-see approach. My thought process was this deal's not gone through yet. She's holding out hope that external pressure from the Sims community and the 2 US senators who have requested an investigation into the deal might get it to fall through. So if you want more information on this, I did actually mention it in the last podcast. You can go and check that out there. If I do leave the EA Creator Network and this does not go through, I'm not at the point in my Sims career where I'll be able to regain access to something like this. I know there's a lot of people that are going to disagree with that, and that's fine, and I completely understand that point of you. So everybody has their own stands on this, and I don't make any money from doing this. Just so you know, it's all a passion project. While it might look like I do, I absolutely don't. Like, I don't think I made any money from The Sims. I can't say what is and what isn't in my contract, but I'm not promoting my creator code anymore. That's why I want you to go and use the creator codes from the people who actually made the kits. But I'm giving you that open, transparent kind of vibe. Like, I can sort of just be myself, and I think I've got enough community backing now that you guys know who I am. And I don't mean like you know who I am. I mean like you know like the kind of person that I am. You know that I'm not going to sugarcoat shit, and you know I'm not even supposed to swear. That's actually a part of my contract. But so that I say fuck it. This is who I am. I'm going to swear because I'm an Australian, mate. I'm Australian. OG Sims director says diversity isn't just critical, it's existential for the business. Love is love and people are people. And this is one of my favorite things that I found while researching this podcast all year. And I actually posted it on my Blue Sky. And oh my God, it makes me so sad. Charles London worked on The Sims 1 and Sims 2. He was an art director, an artist, creative director, and lead designer for more than 20 Sims titles since the year 2000. And he also did SimCity and SimAnt and all that kind of shit as well. So go and check out all of his details. Representing as much of humanity as possible is what lets The Sims create an empathetic and emotional connection to that game among players, says London. It's not that there's so many pants that you can dress them in, though to be fair, London does acknowledge the sheer volume of pants options is also an important part of the appeal. London reckons that a world in which EA chucked LGBT players under the bus is a world in which EA is doomed. When we are in reactionary periods, to have stalwart, beloved brands that are capable of sending this message is critical to society. But it's also critical that those brands keep faith, because if they don't, they're going to stop being brands, as they lose the ability to appeal to wide groups of people. He hopes that those kind of choices keep being made and that he sounds relatively optimistic. That includes not just sexuality, but it includes body image, it includes race, it includes the choice of clothing, it includes the choice of architecture, the choice of job, structure, and all the magnificent diversity of actual human life. And this is something that the team and I think deeply, deeply understands. So if you want to go read that article, I recommend you do. It's from PC Gamer, and that literally warmed my heart. It was exactly what I needed to read to hear that one of the original people who worked on The Sims, he really does believe that there's hope, knowing that Maxis, the actual Sims team, exists in there somewhere. Now, I've also created like a little bit of a list of people who are leaving. So here is just a bit of a name drop to the guys who may or may not be creating content. They may have moved to more of a cozy games or a variety games channel, including some modders. We've got James Turner, Devon Bumpkin, we've got Iron Seagull, we've got Fantasia, Karen and Connie, Vixella, English Simmer, Lil Simsy, Steffo Sims, Only Abby Doang, which I only interviewed recently. And there are so many more. I feel like every single time I see someone who's pulled out of the creator network, it just breaks my heart because, again, my game is just sort of like falling apart. But at the same time, it's amazing. You just know that they all did this at once to just make a stand. So power to you guys. Fully support this. Love it. There's some CC modders who have also stepped away from the EA Creator Network. Don't know if they're going to continue making mods, but they may or may not be losing access to some of the framework in order to update their mods. Arnie Studio and Lot 51. I want to send some support out to Lot 51 because I know that they've been hit pretty hard with all of this. So go and check out their Patreon and read their post as well. I also want to mention Goofy Little Shady, formerly Sim Shady, has also stepped out of the EA Creator Network. They're an Australian-based creator, amazing creator. They're doing a I'm playing The Sims for the first time sort of vibe. Go and check them out. Go and support because they're incredible. And they've also got this fundraiser going at the moment on Tiltify, which is called Simmers in Solidarity. Go and check that out because I think this is what we need. And I've already asked to become a partner and member in that because I feel like that's something that I can really help push and promote. And also Sezra Sims, I feel like she doesn't get enough credit. Her content is spectacular. Her performance and her editing is just immaculate. I just absolutely love her stuff. And it actually broke my heart to see her passion I'm actually getting emotional talking about this. Her video really, really touched me, and I wish her all the best. All of these simmers, they really all got really hit hard through all of this, and I'm gonna wrap this up because I'm gonna get upset. Let's have a look at some ways that we can boycott the game without having to quit The Sims, okay? Here's some drama llama for you. And I promise all the yucky stuff is out of the way now, okay? Have a nice breathe. I needed to. Okay. If you feel like you want to boycott The Sims, you don't want to buy any new packs, that's cool, but you still have packs, so don't stop playing The Sims. If you enjoy it, just keep playing it. Play with intention. Play conscientiously, you know? Like, you can still play these games, and you can still buy these games and not put money in EA's pocket, right? How do you do that? Well, I mean, there's legal ways of doing this, so let's have a chat, okay? It's a really, really cool video that I put up here from Drama House. If you haven't heard of Drama House, love her. She's so queen, slay, love it. Go and check her stuff out. She's so cool. Obviously, there's physical media, honey. Go and buy yourself an old console. I've actually just started collecting all of the console games, so I'm thinking about getting Cubezella back on here for a nice old chat because she loves a chat, don't you, Cubezella? I know she's listening. Look forward to that very, very soon. We're going to get her back on. And yeah, I just bought Sims Busting Out on PS2, and I also just bought The Sims and Sims 2 on PS2. And I've also got, like, I think I've got Herbs on Xbox somewhere. I don't know where my Xbox is. I'm going to have to go find it. I'm also trying so hard to get the console games on handheld, but I think I might have to ROM it. And that brings me into ROMs and abandonware. Now, I don't know if you know this, but if a game is more than 20 years old, it's technically retro. And if you actually own that media, you can actually download the ROM and you're allowed to play it, baby, because you already paid for it. It's also a way of saving history because they're not making that product anymore. You can actually go into abandonware, just Google abandonware, and you can find so many old games. Like I was playing, what was it, Barbie fashion design. I was trying to get Barbie fashion designer to work the other day and it was not working. Yeah, there's a lot of different little hacks or ways you have to get things to work, but trust me, totally worth it. There's even ways of getting like The Sims 1 and The Sims 2 to work. So go and check all that way out because it's so, so, so cool. And obviously there's another way that you can yar-har and yo-ho your way through things, but for the sake of this podcast, I'm just going to leave it there. But there are ways that you can play the game. You can play it. You don't need to share what you're playing. You can just enjoy it selfishly. I'm going to give you permission to do that. Okay, sweetie, go on. And if you don't want to play The Sims, let's talk about some new games. Okay? I've talked about Paralives before. Now, Paralives updated their minimum system requirements, so we know what's coming. I'm just going to talk about Windows today because fuck Mac, no offense, but I hate Macs. I use a Mac at work, and having to go backwards and forwards between PC and Mac does my brain in. Maybe I'm too old. I was born in the 80s. Whatever. Minimum RAM is 12 gig. Graphics card, you need a 1060 or an RTX 6600. 8 gig of storage and either Windows 10 or 11, an Intel i5 or an AMD Ryzen 5 with at least 2.5 gigahertz. And you know what? That's not too bad. I was scared when I saw the 12 gig of RAM. I was like, oh my God. But then I realized that my laptop has 8 gig of RAM and I was like, oh, I'm not going to be playing this on my laptop. And then I looked at the computer that I'm using now and it's 32 gig. So I think I'm going to be okay. But, and it's a big but, Paralives has been delayed. And you know what? Power to them, love this for them, because I'm guessing with the pressure of everything that's happening with The Sims, they made the right choice, can I just say, because I didn't really want all of the nasty negative shit from The Sims to like land on this beautiful dev team. They're a small dev team. There's only like 10 people there and they've been working on this game for 6 years and it's kind of their passion project. And I really didn't want the toxicity of the Sims community coming, they fucked up The Sims, and then going on to Paralives and absolutely ripping them a new one. They basically said that the game isn't up to the standard that they wanted to meet for their early access release, which was supposed to be next week, 2 weeks, whatever. They found some impactful bugs in the live mode and lack of abilities, which sort of dampen the enjoyment of players. So it's very necessary for them to work on these before delivering their final early access the early access product. Considering it's been in development for 6 years and they started off with only a 2-3 person team, now they've got 10 people in the team. They just need that little bit more time to polish it up. So they're going to take until the 25th of May next year. And on the 26th, Australia, 26th of November, there's going to be a live stream, 45 minutes of that live mode gameplay to show the current state of the game. And there's heaps of videos and stuff out there now. So go and check it out if you're excited for Paralive. There's also been some other cozy game updates. So I thought I would just slam some of that in here as well. Oh my God, Animal Crossing. The world is going crazy about Animal Crossing and I'm so excited. I'm like, do I restart my island? I did, and I'm sad because the community isn't like it was back in 2020, 21, and I don't have my stuff anymore and I was sad, but now it might be. I don't know. But 15th of January next year, we're getting a new update, the 3.0 update, and it's basically a Switch 2 update with some freebies. And then there's going to be some stuff behind a paid content wall, and also for the Nintendo Online Switch membership thingy. They're going to be giving us some mouse controls, so you can create custom designs and decorate indoors easier. There's also the microphone integration, so you can like use a megaphone and locate the residents. I thought we could already do that, but whatever. Online mode is now up to 12 players, which is awesome. Love that. And then there's camera play as well. So if you have the cam, you can see their reactions in game while you explore the island together. Hooray. Some of these things are locked behind that paywall. Either you might need an amiibo, you might need a Nintendo Switch, or you may need to pay to upgrade to the Switch 2 edition. But there are also some updates that are coming to the game. So we've also got Resort Hotels grand opening. This is run by Cappen's family. And I was a little bit sad about this because I love the Cappen Island in, what was it? New Leaf? So I was hoping it was going to be like, new island, we can go get No. It's basically Happy Home Designer, but on an island. So I was a little bit pissed off about that. But there's like a souvenir shop. So there's going to be like new range of items and stuff like that. And you can dress up mannequins and the outfits, and the guests can wear that when they visit your store and blah, 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 island and whatever. Woohoo! So they're making the island life more convenient. So Resetti is coming. And basically this is going to give you an easier way to like flatten and clean up your island. You can upgrade your home storage now to store 9,000 items. And store trees and shrubs and flowers in there as well. And the ability to bulk craft things. Oh my God. I think that was the most important part. Oh my God. There's also a new Slumber Island, which I was like, I thought we had this as well, but I think the Dream Islands are just ones you can visit, but now you can visit Slumber Island with people, like your friends, with the Switch Online membership. Save up to the islands and select the size and design it collaboratively, blah, 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 blah. So it looks like it's going to be fun, and it has sort of, driven a little bit more interest towards this. I can't imagine the Animal Crossing creators. They must have literally died, gone to heaven and come back. There's also going to be some new collaborations with things like Lego, Zelda and Splatoon. And it's possible, I don't know about the Lego, but I know for a fact that you need the amiibo figures from Splatoon and Zelda in order to unlock those features. So very excited to check that out next year. I've also given you some other games to have a look at if you are feeling a little bit Sims burnt out right now. Some of these are out. Some of these have got a demo. Most of them are available on Steam. If you're after some sort of Sims style stuff, this is what I found for you. Tiny Life is an 8-bit style Sims game. There is a demo on there. It's very OG Sims style. So go and check that one out. It is up on Steam. There's also Tiny Bookshop, and I've seen this pop up so much. I haven't played it, but it's got an overwhelmingly positive rating on Steam. It's like a cozy sort of like narrative management game. You can like decorate your shop and get to know the locals, and it's very like post-capitalism sort of vibe. So that one looks fun. I may give that one a go. One I've had on my wish list for a while is called Go Go Town. This is more like a city building kind of sim. It did have a collab with Dinkum a few months ago, and I've played Dinkum heaps. Go check out Dinkum if you haven't. It's like an Australian Animal Crossing. It's so much fun. Just don't think too much about it. It's cool. And there's online co-op as well. So I really wanted to check out Go Go Town. Let me know if you've played it. It looks really cool. Another one is Little Sim World. And I was following this for a really long time and it looked awesome. It's like a London-based 2D life sim. And it's now got more like RPG elements to it. So I'm not sure if it's going to be my vibe, but I might check it out eventually. Let me know if you've played this one and if you like it. But Little Sim World is another option there. If you're interested in a little bit more SimCity sort of style, I've put Worldbox God Simulator on there. This has also been on my wish list for a long time. Unfortunately, there's no demo, but again, overwhelmingly positive on Steam. It's like a sandboxy sort of world builder where you can like create worlds and destroy it and then form kingdoms and sail to other lands and then unleash chaos. So it kind of gives me a little bit of like Age of Empires, SimCity kind of vibes. But if you're feeling something along those lines, that might be interesting to you as well. One I kind of want to mention here is Letters to Arala. This is one I saw at PAX. It's actually done by an Australian team based in Melbourne. Deliver letters as a turnip, solve these puzzles and do it in a week. And there's a super cute butt. They told me all about the butt. Go check out Letters to Arala. Very, very cute. So there's also some things in here to look forward to for next year. Animal Nook. It's like a little miniature world, and I love this because Micro Machines was one of my favorite games on Sega when I was a kid. You like collect raindrops and sunlight, and there's heaps of crafting and stuff, and it just looks so cozy and cute. So not yet released, but TBA, go check that one out on the Steam store. Another one that is very cozy, sort of Animal Crossing vibes, is Heartopia. Heartopia kind of looks a little bit like My Sims, and I don't know if you've played Disney Magical Life. Very Japanesey sort of style game, but it gives me that kind of vibe. It's going to be free to play. There's no release date, but they just uploaded a beta and I literally just downloaded it then. So I'm going to go play it and see how it goes. Witchbrook, obviously everyone knows about Witchbrook. It's going to be the new one from the Stardew Valley devs produced by Chucklefish. No ETA, probably next year. It's like Harry Potter. Fuck Harry Potter. But yeah. Everyone's so excited for it. Like witch school, but in a village. It just looks really cool. Same developer, Chucklefish, another one called Wilderkin. This is like Animal Crossing, but like chaotic. So it's a little bit more RPG, but it's still got cozy elements. It's a town builder, crafting, and like dungeon crawling. So that one's really cool. Again, I'm going to put all these links below so you can check them out. And 2 Nintendo ones for you as well. Obviously, we have Pokopia, the Pokemon Animal Crossing one. It just got a release date of March 5 next year. Very excited for that because they just announced these really cute region sort of style Pokemons. And Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. Now, if you've ever played the original Tomodachi on 3DS, you'll know what I'm talking about. Tomodachi in Japanese means friend. Tomodachi Life is basically living with your friends. It is absolute chaos. It's nuts. And back in the day with the 3DS Street Pass, you could like pull people into your game and then they would just live in these apartments and do all sorts of shit and you'd walk in and they'd be like, I don't know, doing push-ups, eating pancakes. So it says autumn 2026. So I'm guessing that's going to be like March, April. So excited. I'm going to be hermit mode next year for sure. Just going to make sure I don't have anything else to talk about before I wrap this up. But thank you so much for sticking around. Sorry this took a few weeks to come out. Like I said, I needed to get my brain in order. Let me know what you're doing going forward with the Sims stuff. I know that it's a bit yucky at the moment, but like I said, enjoy the game if it makes you happy. Just do what makes you happy. It's not going to hurt anybody. If you've already bought the games, whatever, don't waste your money. We've all bloody spent too much money on this thing. We've spent too much time on this bloody game. So I'm not here to judge, or any Judge Judy can judge me. But at the end of the day, I'm not standing up for people. I'm not standing up for genocide. I'm not standing up for people dying. I'm not standing up for getting killed for loving people. That's stupid. But what I do stand up for are the Simmers who love this game. So if that's you, I'm here. Feel free to message me anytime. I'm not big and scary, I promise. In fact, I'm very lonely, so I love more friends. And I'm thinking about doing a little collaboration coming up soon. So if you've made it this far and you're interested in a collab, send me a message and I'll send you some information on our little Christmas collab that I want to do, and we'll do a Simmer showcase for Chrissy. Okay? Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, check out my YouTube for some more information. If you're not already watching this on YouTube and you're listening to this on Spotify, usually you can find more info on my YouTube because I include a video. But have a lovely day. Look after yourself. Don't forget to smile. Go outside, get some sunshine. Hopefully the weather's going to bloody clear up soon and we can have some nice sun. If you're in South Australia, hopefully the bloody ocean will clear up soon and we can go to the beach. And that's it. I'm out. Dag dag. Bye bye.